How do you suggest the value of cosmopolitan education, enlightened education, whatever you want to call it, to people who are scared of the possibilities of what the downstream effects might be?
I think you have to take the condescension out of it, is the thing. I think that we have allowed education to become an identity, almost. We've allowed it to be something that some people get a lot of access to, and that a certain kind of person gets, and a certain kind of person doesn't get. And we have, I think we do have a situation where, in a lot of cases, we have allowed our education to putrefy into arrogance. And education should change you. It should absolutely change you, and it's a huge risk. And I think most parents, even if they knew it might cause some change to their kid, but it's also going to open up a world for them, would choose education, even rural people. But I think when you add that contempt into it, that's when it becomes a different animal. And I don't necessarily blame them for feeling like they don't want their kids to go off and become contemptuous of them. So I think part of that has to do with the way that we conceive of education, which I think in some ways is just wrong-headed. I don't think education is so much a state of certainty as it is a process of inquiry. And I think an educated person I don't think is someone who can recite an army of facts and knows a lot of things. I think it's probably someone who has some flexibility of mind, who's willing to examine their own prejudice, who has acquired a depth of understanding that allows them to see the world from another point of view. And I know it's a radical thing to say, but I kind of suspect that education maybe is less about knowing more than someone and maybe more about knowing someone, like really knowing them, who is not like you.